they've been sold. And this happened over and over and over again. And when it was happening with too much frequency, I decided naively to leave the business, go into another business, but use the same techniques. I thought the problems I was having were because of the product, not because of my approach. So I quit selling cookware and started selling mausoleums. Did that for 1 year till I ran out of prospects. Sold life insurance for a year, burglar and fire alarms for a year. Same results, only made sales, not customers, no repeat business. Rarely did I get a referral. And it finally hit me after 4 products and 6 years that it must have been my approach. So I started looking for another approach to selling that would make me feel good, make my customers feel good, make us connect better, not just make sales, but build a long-term relationship. And what I realized in looking through all the literature and coming up with another approach to selling, which was called non-manipulative selling back in the 70s, I realized that anybody who is in the business of getting and or keeping customers, how many of you fall into that category? Either getting and or keeping customers. Anybody? All right. Anybody who is in the business of getting and or keeping customers has to go through 4 basic steps to get to the ultimate of customer loyalty and customer retention. The very first step would be finding the right prospects. When I cut my teeth in selling, we were taught to sell by the numbers. The more people you call on through the process of elimination and through probability and your closing average, the more people you call on, the more sales you're going to make. So it was just kind of working hard, not necessarily working smart. And what I'm going to propose is that we call on A prospects, and I'll explain this in a little while. Once we have an A prospect, now we have to call on them, and we move into the actual initial sales phase. And here is where we attempt to use our collaborative selling skills or counselor selling skills, whatever you want to call it, where we're matching our solutions to specific customer needs. Now, I believe getting to this stair is pretty easy. And I believe making the first sale is incredibly easy. Because all you have to do is overpromise and underdeliver. You'll make a sale every time. But just once. That's it. So if we want to move to the next stair, a repeat customer, what we need to do is create a moment of magic. Now, what's a moment of magic? This is where we consistently exceed customer expectations. When you exceed a customer's expectations, you create a moment of magic. Fall short, you create a moment of misery. Now, many people and many companies, if they can get to this level, they are incredibly happy. And they should be. But there is a 4th stair that many people take for granted. But if you can get to this 4th stair and expand it, your business will grow exponentially. And that's the stair that I call creating apostles. Not just repeat customers, but apostles. Where you create an emotional attachment with them and them to you. Now, an apostle is a raving fan, a business advocate, somebody who is out there in the marketplace preaching the gospel for you, for your company, for your products. How many of you, right off the top of your head, can think of at least one customer that you have who you would truly rate as an apostle? Anybody? An apostle? All right. What value would you put on an apostle? Anybody? Priceless. How many of you believe that if in the next 12 months you can create just one more apostle than you have today, so 12 months from today, you'll have one more apostle. How many of you believe that if you can create that one more apostle, that your business, your revenue, and your profit would go up? How many believe that? All right, so let me get this straight. Almost everybody in here has an apostle. You think apostles are priceless. If you had one more, just one more, that your business, your revenue, and your profitability would go up. So here's the last question. How many of you have an actual written step-by-step action plan to get that apostle? Can I see your hands? And I want you to look around. There's none. None that I can see. None. It's unbelievable. We know their price.